your wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest. Penthouse building, reach heaven's heights. Now that's what you call a God complex. Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket. Look at the flex, whipping the Teslas. I'm a mess, but it's all a finesse. Boy, you stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy. I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming. I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy. I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro. I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. More action and no talk. I went quiet on it. I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy. I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming. I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy. I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro. I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. More action and no talk. I went quiet on it. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. I don't really be so basic. For you to op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Little whip is a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Plans like the gold place. And if we pull it up with the whole squad, are you ready? Done told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard when I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that Vigo de Gallo? Boy, you stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy. I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming. I could.
Playoff football has come to the west coast of Florida, and we are at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Ahead will decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Washington football team and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Ryan Suckup set to kick off.
Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On second down, it's Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Oh, design run for their wideout. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough third down. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he finds McLaurin. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 27-yard line. Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first. They'll run on first down. Gibson. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Gibson.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
At the 7-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he showcased the spin, but couldn't do much else as he's wrangled down. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
Goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try and run with Balaj. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown, Washington.
Taking it in from a yard out. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. So much for being intimidated on the road in the playoffs, right? That was a pretty clinical drive right there.
Yeah, they seem to come out with the attitude of, we don't deal with pressure. We create it on the other team. Just took it right down the field and stuffed it in the end zone.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
On the tackle.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
From the gun, it's Brady. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
First down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Throwing on first down, it's Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Throwing on second down. Brady. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. O.J. Howard there to make the grab. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
It is good.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And we are tied at 7.
Ryan Suckup set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
On the return. Washington takes over first and 10. At their own
out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. On second down now, it's Gibson, and he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. But you talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Washington.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, it's Gibson. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Washington.
On first down, Hurts. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Touchdown.
A 20-yard touchdown. And Washington has taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high power.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
At their own.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Eluding the pressure right. He's good. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. Forced out to his left. He'll run it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Throwing again on second down. Brady, this is caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Scotty Miller, 28 yards. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Ryan Suckup set.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here's Mecole Hardman. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30. Yard line.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Slings this deep for McLaurin. That's caught inside the 20. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
And the Washington first down.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Throwing is Hurts. Flushed out right. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. McCann's kick up and good. And it's 3-0 Washington. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. He finds Howard complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
1-yard line.
Shotgun now for Brady. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And they
wide open, complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Brady to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Brady. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Brady. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
On 4th down, Ryan Succop now for the Buccaneer field goal.
A 28-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will tie things at 17 all. So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
Hardman on the return. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Here's Hurts to throw, and that'll be complete to the running back Gibson. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
And
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. On first down, Gibson. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On second down now, it's Gibson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
A 44-yard attempt.
McCann's kick up and good. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is T.J. Logan to return it. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this certainly a key moment in this game. Trailing by 3, 4th quarter with a spot in the championship game next weekend on the line. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of. Trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback. And he hits a big one right there.
Going up top for Miller. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Scotty Miller, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
On 2nd down, it's Gibson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are you going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And oh, look at that, a diving catch.
And a key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3-and-out. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Sean Bunting on the tackle.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Connects here with a tight end, Jeremy Sprinkle. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll try the left side. Gibson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down. That fits the bill.
At the Bucs' 39-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
He's brought down at the
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
2nd and 5.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. He was brought no gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
And he'll complete this to Gibson. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Nice. Well coached. A team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? A carry here for the big tight end. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. With it on the return is Logan. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. The left side completion to Jones. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Brings up 3rd down and 1.
So they'll try to move the ball closer here on 3rd down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact. Back to throw, Brady. That's caught by Howard.
Brady's pass complete to O.J. Howard. A gain of 1. It's 4th down and less than a yard.
So some pressure now on the kicker, Ryan Suckup. This to potentially send us to overtime.
8-yard attempt.
And this kick is not gonna get there. It's short and no good. Well, that would have been something if he could have saved him from that long distance there in the closing seconds, but it was just not meant to be.
They need a little more time and a little more yardage to give him a realistic shot. And that kick's a good metaphor for this game, isn't it? They're going to wind up a little short in the end.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And, Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough to go farther next season. How many times have we seen a team lose?